Hi guys, welcome to Coparenting with a Narcissist 101, War of Many Battles. I'm Kate. Thank you guys so much for subscribing and liking, and together we'll work and heal and continue healing as we go. I apologize guys that I do not edit. I'm not a tech savvy person, so I don't edit any of these videos. So you're gonna see hear a whole lot of stuff. I'm surprised you haven't heard the kids running around here, but I try to hide every now and then, but they'll find me. They always do. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about the kids' activities with an arc and you having a plan B. Now, these people we know are unreliable. They're unreliable. You can't count on them for shit. So you do not make plans counting 100% of them on them. So anything you make any plan you make that involves the kids, that involves the narcissist, should have a plan B. Matter of fact, you might have a C too. You should always have a backup plan. Why? Because these people, if you've lived to them, live to sabotage you. They live to sabotage you, so you should expect that to happen. Now, kids' activities, okay, let's say the kids, have swimming lessons or something, and maybe the weekend they have, based on the schedule, the weekend that maybe they're visiting the NARC, they have a class, lesson that day. The narcissist might say, oh yeah, you remind them that the kids have a lesson on that Saturday at 2. You obviously have this, so you probably alerted them like a week a week and a half ago when their schedule came out for that month. Okay, the kids have a swimming lessons on this day at so and so time. At first, they're gonna agree. They might or might not. They may agree that they're gonna take the kids. Then guess what happens on Saturday? On Saturday, let's say the swimming class is 2. By 10 or 11 a.m., you get a message telling you, oh, you're not gonna be able to, and this actually event. This actually happened. They're not gonna be able to take the kids to the lessons today because you should have scheduled it when they are with you. This is my time to spend with them. So I spend few times with them, so I can't be taking them to the swimming lessons. Now, if you guys taking kids to all this lessons and maybe dance practice or ballet or whatever, you usually sit there, right, and wait for your child. In fact, that's part of it, is that you sit there and watch your child. Excuse me. You sit there and watch your child go through this, and they're happy they see you there. That mommy and daddy watching me. So you don't drop them off and go anywhere, which means that you're spending time with your children because they're sitting there, you're bonding with the child, and they're looking at you. They're looking at you like, they're happy that you're there. So when somebody sends you a message and says, this is my time with them, you should schedule it on your time. Schedule the time they have with you, because I get less time. So this is my time to spend with them. It kind of makes you wonder, like, do they not see that taking the child for 45 minutes lesson while you're there is part of a parent? Part of being a good parent. You showing your child support. But that's not how they look at it. Once again, expectations are high. You can't have a high expectation with these people. That's not how they're looking at it. He doesn't care that the child is going to miss the swimming lesson. He doesn't care that the child, this is a lesson that is survival skill that the child is learning. No, right then and then, the target is you. And how dare you tell them what to do on a Saturday at 2? even though they've agreed to do this like a week ago. Why did they wait till an hour before or 2 hours before to tell you? To sabotage. To sabotage the whole plan. Now, you're like, oh man, they're going to miss this and all that. That's exactly what they want you to flare up and remind them how they promise they're going to take them. And, then who ends up missing out on, getting the short end of the stick in this arrangement? The kid. They missed the lesson for that day. Not you. You weren't in the class. You weren't in the class. But the hate they have for you will always trump the love that you have for their children. That's a given. So in a situation like that, when this has happened a few times for me to know, not really. Either one, you schedule those lessons, activities to when the kids are with you. Or two, in my own case, because they couldn't move the classes. So I did call ahead of time when I knew that date was going to fall when they're there. And I called them, I said, how is your makeup lesson policy? How does that go? So I had that information at hand that if they miss that on Saturday, they can pick any day of the week. But I have to call them within 24 hours on the day they missed the lesson. So I already had plan B in place because I knew that they're going to disappoint, and they're going to wait the last minute to do that. You see, that helps. That helps them with the joy they will feel when you do reply and go crazy, which I didn't reply. Why? Because I already know. I already know. So you do not show your hand early to this person. If you're making plans with the kids and you're asking them maybe if they can pick up the kids early or something. Watch, maybe if they're time to pick up the kids and you want them to come earlier than the scheduled time because they're probably available to do it. And you're running late from work and you're going to come back late or whatever to meet up with them to pick up the kids. So you say, okay, you can come early and come get the kids. That way I have this such and such I'm doing. Now, when you do that, picking up the kids early from their normal scheduled time means means them getting extra time with the child. Am I right or wrong on this? So they're getting extra time with the child. But they're going to look at it as they're doing you a favor. And what that translates to is now they're going to try to cross every boundary you have just so you can repay them, quote unquote, for this help they're offering you. So let's say you say, they're picking up the kids early and they, I can pick them up early. But now, catch this, but I would like to take them on this and this on this weekend. Guess whose weekend that is? Yours. I would like to take them on this weekend, and then I want to take them on between this and this. I want to come pick them up 2 days early. I want to come pick them up this early on this week, and because the holidays over there. Guess who has them for that holiday? You. So all these demands are thrown out. Every one of them crossing your boundaries, demanding that you pay for them assisting you with your children. So all of that. Now let me back up here and see. The request was you pick up the children early, which may be 2 hours early. And then they come back with not only do they want to take your weekend now, They actually want to take 2 more days off from another week. So altogether 5 days. Now they could have planned this, whatever it is that they're doing, on their weekend. But no, see, that's not it. They have to have them picking up the kids 2 hours early means somehow that you got over on them. So now they have to get over on you for them to balance this out. Even though they're getting extra time by picking the child up early. But you're winning, you see. It's winning now. So now we have to get over on you somehow. So now he has scheduled different activities on your weekend. Guess what happens when you say no? Oh no, I already have plans for those weekends. I already have this for those weekends. They back out of picking them up 2 hours early. They back out. I'm not making this up. This actually happened. They back out of that whole, oh yeah, I'm available, I'm going to go pick them up. Now they're not available anymore. Not only are they not available anymore, they're telling you, oh, I need to pick them up at the appointed time at 6. So that way they're telling you, okay, you better not be late either, because I know you already told me earlier that you're going to be late. That's why you want me to pick them up early, so you can go do what you do. So now, let me let you know I'm coming to pick them up exactly at the time the court said, knowing you fully well of what you just said earlier about not the reason of them even picking them up 2 hours early. So now they're hoping to pretty much sabotage every plan you have. Now that they know ahead of time that this is what you need. This is what we need. So, whenever you're dealing with these people, matter of fact, there should be last resort with any kind of picking up early on, and this is why, thank God that I have a very good support system. My family, we all live around each other, like maybe 10, 15 minutes, different subdivisions close by. And everybody kind of chip in, and we do the same for everybody. Everybody's name is on everybody's, the kids, the school. So we can all go, if this person's not around, they can go pick up the kids if they're out of town, and that's very good. If you could have something like this, or even friends like this, that is very helpful. So before I even step out of that circle to ask the narcissist, unfortunately, who's also the kid's parents, to even come in, I've already exhausted of that plan, or already made a backup plan with those people. It's unfortunate that the person you're quote unquote co-parenting with, you can't really go to and say, oh, help me catch this side. I'll need help on this, or get hold of this. No, they're not interested in that. This is not about them. So why should I even care? I'm not here to co-parent with you. What? This is not about me. Is this revolving around me? No. So why should I care what you and your children are doing? And that's how they look at it. That's how they look at it. So you always have to have a plan B at every point in time. Plan B, C, if you have D. Have something that, in the case of this does not work out with this person, this is what I'm going to do. And whatever your plan is, if they don't need to know way beforehand on it, do not tell it. Because like I just told you, I just said, if they know beforehand, they're going to wait last minute and pull out. It has happened once, twice, so I knew that that's how it's going to go down. So I always plan ahead. You got to be like 10 steps ahead of these people. So summary, have your plan B for anything that you're planning. have a plan B, worst case scenario plan. That's exactly how I call it. Worst case scenario plan, because you cannot count on them. They don't want you to count on them. They are hoping that you give them room to sabotage you. And if you show your hand early and show your plans early and tell them what you're doing and how this is going to affect you, yes, they are going to sabotage you. Period. Every single time. So guys, get your plan B. If you have to ask them for anything, get your plan B. You really have to. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for signing up to listen to what I have to say. And I apologize, like I said, I don't edit. See, I don't edit the videos or the recording. So I apologize. So I can say I'm not a tech savvy person. So I'm hoping you, in the midst of the craziness, you take what you can use and apply to your situation. All right. As always, get your mind right and everything else will fall into place. Take care and have a good weekend.